I am back with another update for you guys. So I showed you guys earlier this morning that my light in my kitchen caught fire. You guys, like seriously, I cannot catch a break in this house. But my light, well, one of the several lights I have in my kitchen caught fire. I've spoken to the real estate agency and I've also seen the owner of the house as well, and they do have an electrician coming out tomorrow. Just means that I don't have any lights in my kitchen for today and tonight. That was a whole, thing. But yeah, it was not how I had planned my day. It kind of ruined my day a little bit. Not ruined in a bad way, but it just, I had all these things planned out that I was going to get done before Nate had finished work and came home. And of course that went up in the air because I was dealing with that. So it's just, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. But I've come into the bedroom so that I can sit in the aircon and get cozy. I am going to be working on a couple of things. First, I just want to quickly show you, I bought in a snack. Nate, so if you don't know who Nate is my fiance. He's been bringing me home these yogurts to try because he does work in a supermarket. And he bought this one home for me to try. It's the Gippsland Dairy, and this is choc fudge honeycomb, and this is what it looks like here. It's one of those ones where you've got the little pieces in it that you tip into the yogurt. This one is supposed to have cream of blended toffee, honeycomb, yogurt with graham cracker, cookie, milk chocolate, and chocolate fudge. So I'm going to try that as a snack. That should be interesting. I have my tumbler sitting on the bedside next to me filled with my water. And then I've got a couple of books that I want to read and then some projects. But let's start with the projects. So Nate ordered from R.N. Williams a leather folio. It's a A5 size folio. And it is a maker's kit, which means they send you all the stuff and then you make it yourself, which I thought was kind of like an interesting concept. So I'll show you. These are the instructions. Now, this is not something Nate feels comfortable putting together. So he's like, you knit and stuff and craft. He's like, I feel like this is something you should be doing. So I am. Sorry, just my bed sheets are so crazy. Like, I have a queen size bed, but the sheets feel massive, and I've got it evenly spread out on both sides, but the sheets untuck and they touch the floor, and I hate that. That annoys me. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So this is what the folio looks like. It is beautiful. It is a vegetable tanned leather, and I love the smell of leather, you guys. It smells amazing. Now, if you don't like leather, that is totally okay, but just be respectful that I do use leather. So this is how it comes. It is a piece of leather like this. It does come pre-cut and the holes are pre-punched for you, and then you have to sew it all together yourself. Here's a little pocket, so I do have to attach the little metal clasp here, and then that will get sewn onto this little piece here and become a pocket. So that'll get sewn there, and then I will sew the sides up here, and then that will complete the folio, and it'll just look like that. So I have 2 needles, the wax thread, and the little brass clasp, like closure for it in this little packet. And then I have the instructions to do that. So I'm going to do that for him because he's so excited about that. And then I know we're past Halloween, but like I just get in these moods and I just find projects that I want to do and I don't care what time of the year it is and I just like I'm gonna do it. So I was on Ravelry and I actually just finished knitting a pair of socks and I should have grabbed them but I didn't and I'm not getting up right now. I'll show you them later. But I finished a pair of socks for Nate and I was like, you know what, I really feel like knitting another pair of socks. So I was on Ravelry and I found this one. It was a free pattern. It's called Spider Socks by Terry Knight. I'll leave the link in the description box down below if you are interested in these ones. But I just thought these looked amazing. So this is what they look like, and they're just a pair of socks with spiders on them. And I just thought, how cool is that? Firstly, like that looks so amazing. So I printed the pattern out. I like to have printed versions of my patterns. It does also come with a chart for the big spider. And they've got theirs knitted in like a mild or a heathered sort of grey colour. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually using this beautiful colourway. This one is from Ruby Fox Yarns. I bought this at the beginning of 2020 for my birthday. I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of this color is. I'll leave it in the description, on the screen somewhere when I edit this. But this is one of the Outlander colorways, and it is a blue, white, and green speckled yarn. And I just was like, you know what? I'm knitting spider socks out of this. I know. I don't know what I think when I'm doing these things, but I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. So this is what I picked. I think it's beautiful. I'm not going to do like a different color cuff, heel, or toe. I'm just knitting the entire sock in the socks in the one color. So I'm just going to leave it like that because I feel like because this is like a speckled yarn and then you do have these spiders on the front of the sock, I feel like that is enough. Like you've got a lot going on already. So there's that. I'm just going to knit them on my 3mm Prim ergonomic circulars. I love these. These are fantastic to knit with. These are some of my favorites. And I feel like I want to get several more sets of the 3mm so that I can have several sock projects on the go. Because ideally, I would like to have both socks, like the left and the right sock on the go at the same time. But I've only got one set of these. I do have a 3mm 9-inch circular, but I feel because the 9-inch obviously is a smaller circumference, whereas this is bigger, I feel like I knit, my tension is different if I knit on these versus those, so I don't want to do a left on this and then a right on like the 9 inches and then neither one of them match. So there's that. I also do have an Addy circular set of needles, but they're like a I think it's a 2.25. And they are currently on a project. I was actually knitting another pair of socks for my stepdad, and they've been on the needles for a while now. And I finished the first sock, and the second sock is on the needles. And then a few weeks ago, Nate had brought over from his desk to mine, because we share an office, a bottle of ink so that I could fill up his fountain pen. He dropped the friggin' thing. Not the bottle, but the lid, and the lid had ink inside it. And he dropped it on the damn sock. And the carpet. And my project bag. And I was so mad. I was so mad. Because the sock is ruined. It's got a giant big red stain on it because the ink was red. It was like a burgundy red colour. So there's that. So I definitely need to get myself some needles of I don't mind having multiples of the same size is what I'm saying, because they're the sizes that I use the most. So yeah. So anyway, that's that. I also will quickly want to go through some books. So excuse the traffic noise. It's, what is it? It's 4:30, so it's starting to get close to peak hour traffic. I haven't started this book yet, but I have picked it up to start, and it is Sugar Cookie Murder by Joanne Fluke. This is the, I want to say, the 6th book in the series, and this is what it looks like. I love it. It is so cute. I really love these versions, like the covers of these. They are, they have actually brought out new covers, but, and I love the new covers. They're beautiful, but the new covers are, the books are bigger than these, and I want them to match, and I want them to be these, damn it. But I'm going to start this one, and it's a Christmas one. I'm so excited. I love the Hannah Swenson mystery series. It's great. It's one of my favorites, and I really love Joanne Fluke's writing style. So there's that. And then I have an audiobook that I have been listening to. I started it last night, actually. Let me just bring it up. I'm listening to it on Scribed. It is called, it takes so long to load anything on here sometimes. Okay, it is called A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy. The cover looks super, super cute, but don't let that fool you. It is cute sort of story so far, but there is some spiciness to this. So this is essentially about, let me see, I'm trying to find the name. Okay, this is about our main character, B, and B is a plus-size porn star. Yes, you heard me correct. She is a plus-size porn star. So she films porn. So she does like actual movies, and then she has her own online streaming that she does as well from her own like bedroom, whatnot. And her boss, or the guy that she works with the most to do the porn movies, has decided he wants to try and get into filming Christmas movies and not just porn. Like, he wants to do something a little bit more respectable than just porn. Now, I'm not saying porn's not respectable or anything like that. Don't come for me. I feel that if you want to do porn, go for it. That's totally up to you. And if you can do porn, more power to you. It's not something I personally would be able to do myself. But if that's what you're into, then like totally cool. I believe everybody should be able to do whatever they want. So there's that. But in the book, though, it mentions he wants to do something, you know, a little bit more respectable than porn, and he doesn't really want people to know that he is like this director of this porn company. So he's trying his hand at Christmas movies, and he's trying to film this Christmas movie, and the main character, like female main character, and like most of the crew get injured and end up in hospital because of some festival they went to. And the movie is literally supposed to be filmed in like, starting to be filmed in like 2 days time. So he decides to try and recast the main character with another girl, and he accidentally, when he was grabbing all his papers off of his desk, accidentally grabs the headshot of B, who B is obviously a porn star, not a Christmas movie actress. And so her headshot gets mixed into the pile of headshots of all the people that auditioned for the Christmas movie. And the other director, or whatever she is, picks B, basically, and wants B. And then the male main character is actually a kind of like a retired pop star who disgraced himself by having a orgy with a European ice skating team and the American sweetheart, if you will, of ice skating. And so he's disgraced himself, and his manager has lined up this Christmas film to try and get his like popularity back and make America think that, you know, he's not actually a bad person. And also he is a carer for his mother and his sister, and he's trying to earn money for that because all the money that he earned from being a pop star is gone now because he's retired. And it just so turns out that he's a bit of a sex addict, and he has a thing for B, our main character. He doesn't realize though that that's who he's going to be filming with until she turns up on the set, and he's like, oh my god, I literally watched her doing things to herself on her camera stream last night. So that's kind of where I am with that one. I will be honest with you, it wasn't entirely what I was expecting when I went into this, because I did not read the synopsis for this. I just found it on Scribd and I was like, sweet, it's a Christmas like rom-com, which I love. Also, I've been seeing the cover for this book like literally everywhere, and every time I see this damn cover, I'm just like, I need to read this book. Like, it just speaks to me for some reason, even though I knew nothing about it. And I'm not disappointed, but just keep in mind, there will be talk about porn in this, there will be talk about sex in this, there will be talk about sex toys in this, so that if this is not your thing, then maybe this is not the book for you. But just keep that in mind, that that's in there, and you do hear about that pretty much like straight in as it's starting. So there's that. But I will say though that I'm like really excited to see some plus size rep as a main character, but not only just a main character, but she is a famous porn star, because also, not that like I am into watching porn or anything like that, but I do know that it doesn't matter whether it's movies, books, clothing, porn, what have you, plus size main characters for anything are very far and few between. And let's be realistic here, plus size porn stars are just not going to be marketable. I'm not saying they're not marketable, but that's how like all industries portray it, as that plus size females are not marketable and that people don't want to see that, which is not the case at all. So to see plus size rep in this book, I'm really like excited for that, because obviously you can see I am plus size. And I really don't see plus size rep that frequently at all. So yeah, I'm just excited to see how I like this book. But there's that. So anyway guys, I'm gonna get going because I want to eat my yogurt before it gets all gross, because it's hot. I do have the aircon on and I'm actually getting goosebumps on my arm, and I know that if I turn it off, I'm gonna be sweating. See, this is why I knit, you guys, because then if it's hot outside, you crank the aircon and you whack on a jumper and some socks. We good. So anyway, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start on Mate's folio and try and sew that together, and then I'm going to start on this spider socks, and we'll go from there. So yeah, so anyway guys, that is kind of everything that I've got going on at the moment. I will chat to you guys later. Bye!